Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today is giveaway day. This is not the giveaway entry video, but soon after this video goes live, I'm going to be cooking up the giveaway video, so you will have a chance to win some free silver today. So with that said, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. See if this video can get 100 likes. Let's see if we can do that. I think we can do that. I think each and every one of you guys can hit that like button. But with that said, silver is in the red. So is gold. But what if I was to tell you this is a good thing? What if I was to tell you that prices were being in overbought territories and actually we needed a small or a slight correction. We needed a dip for prices to go even higher. See, a lot of times people just think that it's good for silver to just skyrocket up. But that's actually not good. That's huge. That's usually a huge red flag indicator that prices are going to crash. So if we want prices to keep climbing to this mid $20 range, we needed a slight correction right now. It's healthy for markets to do this. Just like when Bitcoin was reaching $17,000, $18,000, $19,000, it didn't last because it kept going upwards. Excuse me. But for markets to really hold its ground, we need stability to be built. We need the support lines to be staying, above the support lines, around the resistance levels, and we need prices to really hold their grounds with no matter what's thrown at it. No matter if stock markets are, setting record highs, no matter what the dollar index is doing, no matter what's going on in the economy, this is really where silver and gold can shine, and we're seeing that nowadays. We see the gold to silver ratio still sitting extremely high, so it shows that silver has much more potential. And I definitely think that this is going to play into, it's going to be playing into where silver has an opportunity to finally shine on top of gold, because a lot of people are still rooting for gold. A lot of people still think that gold is the royal metal, that gold is the one that's going to be making all the profits, and I definitely don't think that's true. I definitely think that silver is the undervalued metal with the most opportunity and the most potential. So right now, the best strategy for you to do is to be very, very, very careful and keep a very close eye on the markets. Why? Well, because right now we're at an interesting point where a lot of people are probably going to be either buying or selling, because they buy low, sell high, or some people buy high and sell low. When markets do anything, whether it's rise or fall, the emotional attachment almost encourages you to make some type of decision, especially if you're getting a little antsy, especially with this slow moving market. So with that said, are you going to be buying, selling, holding, or trading right now? What is your strategy right now? I'm going to be holding off. Now, I definitely still think that this is a one-shot last opportunity to buy silver while it's cheaper, so I still would say, you know what, you can go for it and buy right now. It's still safe to buy. It's not like you're paying, crazy, premiums, especially if you're buying bullion, which is definitely the smartest metal to be buying. If you are investing into silver right now, would be bullion, lowering your dollar per ounce average. So as prices rise or fall, it still really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. See, silver's such a dramatic metal, which means there's a lot of emotional attachment to silver, that regardless of what people do, it's not going to affect prices too much, because there is that intrinsic value that silver has. Now, supply and demand has a huge say in it. Spoofing even could have a huge say in it. The gold to silver ratio shows that silver is still extremely undervalued, and that still could fall into where we see prices and how prices are affected to some degree. So, if you are going to be selling, you have to be extremely careful, because you do not want to be one of those people that sell too short or sell yourself short, because then you're going to be in a seriously bad position. I mean, think about this. Imagine selling, silver's up right now quite a bit from $17.80 that it was at. You sell at $18.50. But what if in the next month or two, or even 3 or 4 months, it goes to $20? That's a huge amount of profit you missed out on just because the lack of patience you had. So if you do want to sell a little bit right now, my best bet would be sell in increments. Sell a little bit right now. Maybe sell a quarter of your stack, and then keep an eye on the markets, on what they're doing and how they're moving, and then in return sell a little bit more if the charts show that things are gonna steady back down. Maybe if they go up, maybe you can try to find the tops, and that's one of the hardest things to do. I keep referring back to Bitcoin because Bitcoin was such a dramatic chart. It's really easy to show examples. A lot of people were trying to find the tops on Bitcoin when it was at $10,000. Oh, is this the top of the is this the top, or should I sell right now? Is it going to crash now? Then it goes to $15,000. Oh, is this the top? And then it goes to 17,000, and then it actually is the top, and then people hold off and thinking it's going to keep going higher to $20,000, and then they actually miss out on a huge selling opportunity. So it's really hard to find the tops. You don't have a crystal ball. You cannot look into the future. You're not going to be able to, just predict. You can closely, or I guess you can somewhat accurately look at the markets from what's happening in the economy to the chart analytical standpoint of it. But regardless, it's all a guess. You're just guessing. And that's why I say sell in increments or buy in increments if you are looking to make a big purchase or a big decision. Your strategy should be one, protection first, because there's a lot of ways to make a lot of money in silver or with any investment, but there's also a lot of ways to lose a lot of money. So I definitely think you should be looking at safety first in regards to having a safety net in play, whether it's, not saying I'm not going to sell anything under $18.40, or I'm not going to buy anything above $18.20. Something along those lines. Having an emergency silver stash, thinking about your future, your goals, your exit strategy. What does that look like? What coins am I going to sell first? How many ounces do I want to have in a year from now? Is my stack balanced? Is my ratio to gold fairly is it balanced? These questions are already preparing you to become successful. The one that worries me is the one that isn't thinking about any of this stuff, that isn't thinking about their exit strategy. They're just buying silver impulsively, and they're not thinking about safety net. They're just buying at any price. They're selling at any price. That is what's going to get you in a lot of trouble. So if you are setting, boundaries, if you are balancing your stack, you're looking at it, you're, doing the numbers. You don't have to do it to a very, you don't have to be too nitpicky. You don't have to be extremely, uh, over analyzing things. You don't. It's just a mindfulness. Just become mindful of your strategy and think about it, in a way that's trying to better it, or to, build a bigger stack, lowering your dollar per ounce average. You're going to be fine. I know some people do go to the extreme with these things. They write down every ounce and how much it's moved, the percent per day, and they have it all. You don't have to do all that. I don't do all that. But there is charts, like AppMix has a tool where on their website you can input all of your silver, and it also does all the silver you buy from them, and it'll show you what price you bought at. It shows how much it's the percentage of it is gained so far, how much money your stack is right now, your ratio to compare to gold. So sometimes things like that it's a much more convenient way of doing it if you do want to keep track. But just to recap a little bit, silver is lower right now, and that's actually good. It's actually very good for it. It's healthy for the markets to have small dips, a small correction, and that will allow prices to actually go higher in the grand scheme of things. Sometimes people don't know this, especially the new beginners into the markets, but it's really the truth. So this is actually looking very good for silver and gold. I'm curious to see what silver does compared to gold. Since the gold to silver ratio is still so high, it looks like one of these metals has to make a move, either gold going downwards more or silver going upwards. And it's looking like silver is probably going to be the one going upwards. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Smash the like button if you already haven't. Remember, I'm doing another giveaway today, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.